Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day one of week 2 for the Raikou event. We did hit a record last week, so things are going to be pretty good today. But let's go ahead and grab our 100 sleep points. Puts us at 2,786. And then our daily lottery, the last chance bundles are now live. And for our daily lottery, we've got 100 diamonds. Ooh, we definitely hit the jackpot today. Those are coming in clutch. Let's see. 15 biscuits. Ooh. That's tempting. That is very, very tempting. Especially since those are all free diamonds anyway. We might be doing that. We're going to have to see how this week goes. But before we can see how this week goes, let's see how last week ended. With our sleep report, should be again 1.5 times sleep or drowsy power. Session 247. Today is the big 200 episodes in. And yeah, we've still going strong, still having a good time, enjoying every day of it. 12% dozing, 44% snoozing, and 44% slumbering seems really balanced to me. It is a slumbering type though. And then let's see, we had, was it 133 million yesterday? So maybe we can grab about 160 today. That would be really nice. Looks like we're going way beyond 160. Almost 172 million. Yeah, new record indeed. A brand new record. Granted, it's due to a bonus event, but I'll take it for episode 200. Big things indeed. Start research now. Can we get a wild Raikou? That'd be really crazy. Ooh, a top belly Riolu. It's not a new sleep type though. I expected it to be. But I'm seeing a lot of lower tier Pokemon. So maybe somebody used a ton of drowsy power. That is only 8, which means there is one new sleep style. We've got a Pichu, a Doduo, Swablu, Gulpin, another Doduo, Flaffy, a top belly Riolu, and an Eevee. So there is one new sleep style. Our game crashed, I think. Yep, the game crashed. It wouldn't be, a big celebration of episode 200 without a game crash, which is typical for my videos. I pushed the button a little too early, but our new sleep style is a shiny new Magnezone. First time I've ever seen a Magnezone, that's for sure. Come on, click the button. So number 1, a 2-star Watchful Sleep.
Its screws and magnets spin even while it sleeps. It's said that a sleeping Magnezone emits signals of unknown purpose and receives signals of unknown origin, but researchers are divided on this point.
Well, that's a weird one. Anyway, that's a steel type. I kind of want to catch it just because it's there, but not super worried about it. Pichu's the only one hungry. Kind of disappointed in this sleep report. 172 million, and all we got was a bunch of stuff we could have seen like 10 ranks ago. Well, even before that in like the great ranks. Outside of the Magnezone, that's the only thing that's really rare. I did use a luck incense to double the dream shards we got today, thinking we would have a really good sleep report. Even if Raikou didn't show up, we'd have a really diverse set of rare spawns to really benefit from that, and the gamble didn't pay off. But out of everything here, I think I'm just gonna feed the Eevee the bonus biscuit. We could try for the Pichu, but Pichu has been trolling me a lot lately, and I'm kind of fed up with it at the moment. So I think I'm gonna try to get the Eevee, try to get that berry finding Eevee that we need for a Jolteon. That would be really nice going into this week. Doubt it's gonna happen. Yeah, no luck. No luck there. We have 5 biscuits. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can take it home today. We got to get something. episode 200. We got to get something. We got to take something home. So we'll take this Eevee and then we'll wrap it up there. Nothing else really super fantastic. We already have 2 very good Swablu, so we don't need another one of those. Pichu is just being mean to me. So we'll just take the Eevee and move on. Honestly, yeah, I think the Magnezone or the Magnemite candy is probably going to be the most beneficial. Just to help people out. I feel like Magnemite candy doesn't get sent out too much. We did get 44 Raikou main though, so that's really good for sleep research where Raikou didn't show up. 2055 research XP and only 9,738 dream shards. I really was hoping Raikou would show up. With the luck incense, that would have given us probably close to 40,000 dream shards, but didn't work out that way. But let's go ahead and check out this Eevee. We've got level 12 and Naughty. Ooh. And we've got Milk and Double Cocoa. That's pretty good. And let's see. Research XP bonus, not starting off great. Skill Trigger S is okay. Inventory up, helping speed. Also both good. And skill level up S. This one's actually not too bad. Speed of help and main skill chance down. Well, that's bad. That's bad. We don't like that. This is probably not going to be a good one. Yeah. Nope. The skill trigger at level 25 will help. A sub-skill seed would also help, but ultimately it's not that great. It would take too much seed investment to actually make it worthwhile. And that nature just kind of ruins it. So it looks like Pichu and Eevee are just going to be mean to me going forward. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and I don't even care to see how the rest of that goes. We already know it's going to be bad. 37 already. Yeah, not going to be good. Well, let's go ahead and move on. We're going to send that one to the professor. We've got bigger things to do this week, and I'm ready to get into it. All right. And before we could do that, of course, I always forget the weekly summary. Somehow, every week, I forget. Ooh, area bonus is up to 60% now. That's new. That was unexpected. I thought 55 was the current cap. So let's see what that means. I do know we have some news. I saw the little icon, but I haven't read what it was. Maybe it is relating to that. Week 36. We made it to Master 14. I was hoping to get to Master 15. I said 15, I'd be happy. We got close enough that I'm happy with where we got to. Master 20 would have been nice, but let's be honest, that was a bit unrealistic and very optimistic on my part. But at Master 14, we've got 1,146,236 total final strength with a pretty even split of gains from berries and cooking. 593,000 from berries and 553,000 from cooking. So pretty even split. We didn't get a single extra tasty yesterday. I made lunch, breakfast, and dinner and no extra tasties. So that was kind of unfortunate. We probably would have hit Master 15 if we'd have got that. And I think all week we only got 1 extra tasty. So if we'd have had a little bit better luck on that, we would have definitely hit Master 15. But we got an overall grade of S for 6 small handy candies. Not bad at all. I will definitely take and definitely use. The event is still happening on Greengrass Isle. 81% of the Pokédex here is now complete. So, or the sleep style decks anyway. And we do have the 60% area bonus now. Greengrass Isle, we do want to conduct our research here. And let's see how it goes. Where are we at? No shiny Snorlax. We found a big one. You found a big Snorlax. Ooh. Wow, this is certainly surprising. This Snorlax looks bigger than the usual ones. Maybe Raikou's activity in the area has influenced Snorlax too. This Snorlax ought to make your sleep research more effective right from the start of the week. Well, that's good. We got desserts and drinks again. Greppa. Ooh. Ooh, we got some interesting berries. Greppa, Rost, and Pamtree berries. And we just got those two very nice Swablu. One that we invested in pretty heavily yesterday. That might be good. We got desserts and drinks again, which I kind of didn't want. I was kind of hoping to get something different. I don't know. I don't know if I want to stick with this or if I want to use an easy travel ticket. All right, so let's see. We do have new news. The Pokemon Sleep Champion Tournament 2024 commemorative gift. Okay, so I did see the video yesterday of this, and I thought it was just an April Fool's joke thing. I didn't think it was anything more than that. Apparently, maybe there is something to it. Let's see. This is a special announcement from Pokemon Sleep. Please check the link below to watch a video. I watched it. I didn't watch it through here. I watched it on Facebook. We have special gifts for you so you can join in. You can accept them by tapping the gift box icon in the upper right of the in-game menu. You get 4 biscuits, 1 recovery incense, 4 energy pillows, and 1 medium dream cluster. Not too bad for free stuff. Just for random free stuff too. This applies to players who logged in before April 21st. If your gifts have not yet arrived, please restart the app and then check your gift box. We hope this present helps you out and that you'll continue to enjoy sleep research with Snorlax and other Pokemon. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Didn't say anything about what the actual champion tournament is, if it is anything more than just an April Fool's thing. Let's see. Let's go ahead and collect our gifts. We already know what they are, so we'll just hit claim all. Nothing fancy about that, but we will take 4 free biscuits, especially since we just used 2 of them on a subpar Eevee. And let's go ahead and grab our community reports while we're here. Only 39. Ooh, that's kind of low. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that doubled up. Hey, that's still pretty good. That's still 25%. Looks like a handful of them are Raikou. Another Magnezone. There we go. All right. Not bad at all. 22 mains. So still around the same amount, even though a level 1 gave me a main. Only 1 main. That's kind of funny. But yeah, still we got 24 a couple of times, so it seems like that's about the average. So 22 this time, still getting close to it, even though we had less community reports this time around. So that's fine. That works out. Maybe tomorrow we'll have more. All right. So with that, oh, I just realized we're already at Ultra 4. So we have 125,000 strength already. We're exactly Ultra 4. That's going to make this interesting. Wasn't one of the missions to reach Ultra 4, or was that last week? That might have been last week. Let me see. Oh, Ultra 5. Maybe there was one for Ultra 4 last week as well. Quite a bit of mains on the table. We already know what these missions are going to be. They're going to be pretty easy. Raikou 1, we've completed all of them. For the weekly, Great 2 is already done. Well, thank you for already getting Great 2 done for me, and Ultra 4. Might as well collect those while we're here. Get those Dream Shards and Dream Clusters. The rest look pretty standard. Yep, so we're pretty good there. Anyway, now that my distraction is out of the way, now we can collect and make breakfast, hopefully. The unfortunate part is it's desserts and drinks again, which means we're going to be trying for the popcorn one more time. Maybe. Well, at least I had Delibird on the team already, so all those Pam Tree berries will be put to good use. A little bit of foresight genius on my part, I guess. And then Gengar and another Gengar. We got a few ingredients. I don't know. I'm still debating if I want to use an easy travel ticket or not. If I was going to, I should have done it before I collected from everybody, because now if we use one, it's going to reset. And definitely don't want to make breakfast before I use one. That was a big oversight on my part. I don't think we need to use a travel ticket. Honestly, we have the Swablu that we just invested in that's super good. We can swap that one in on the team, invest in it, and we can have 2 berry gatherers that are very, very good with favorite berries. The only thing that sucks is I don't want to leave it as a Swablu. I'd like to evolve it, but doing so puts it at as a dragon type, which gives us the Yachi berries, which we don't want. So maybe Doduo is the way to go. Or not Doduo, Dodrio. Because we do have a berry finding Dodrio, I think. Man, this one's tough. This one is tough. I mean, on the plus side, it would still be Ultra 4 already. We'll lose out on like 12,000 strength if we swap now. Yeah, I think we're going to stay. I think we're going to stick the berries we have. It should still be all right. And then let's choose a recipe. And since we don't have what we need for the popcorn right now, we will... Yeah, we'll make the Lovely Kiss smoothie. And throw in all of these herbs. And mushrooms. Oh! I'm recording a little earlier than I normally would today. And so that's a good thing, because that means we still have our good camp ticket in effect, which means we've got a lot of extra ingredients we can throw in here. I think I'm just going to max it out with oils, because we're going to get plenty of those this week. No worries there. But the good camp ticket is still in effect, which means we get a little bit bigger of a pot so we can get some extra space. I don't think I'm going to use another one this week. We've got a really good Raikou candidate that won't take much investment to make it very good. So I'm not super worried about burning through the ranks. We should have a pretty easy time getting to where we need to be for the missions. We're still going to be hunting Raikou. I still think we might be able to catch a better one, but I'm not going as hard on the hunt for Raikou this week as I did last week, since we have a pretty decent one. If we didn't have a decent one, probably be using another good camp ticket, but I'd rather save this one for the next go around with Entei or Suicune. I forget which one is next in line, but whichever one it ends up being, I'm going to save a good camp ticket for them, because they will be more immediately useful either on the beach or on Tao Paulo. All right, so now that that's done, we can go ahead and switch over and we can start trying to get a team together this week. Let's switch back over. We're on green grass. Okay, so for green grass, this week we have Greppa, we have Pam Tree, and Rost berries. Our pot capacity, yeah, it's still 51. We haven't upgraded yet. And we're making desserts with the explosion popcorn. Let's go for meal coverage first. Let's see. Nothing covers our meals completely. But I also don't like that we don't have any berry gatherers. This is the first team that has berry gatherers on it. And it actually is the highest projected rank, another 13. Master 13, it's probably going to be even higher, because I don't know if this is taking into account the Ultra 4 already. I don't think it is, since this isn't team analysis page. This might be the way to go. Maybe this is the time where we actually give Wigglytuff a chance and see what happens. Maybe Wigglytuff actually shows up and helps us out. I really need to know which one that is. Is that my shiny? Rash? Yes, that is my shiny one. Okay, so Beware, Toxicroak, Blastoise, Raichu, and Wigglytuff is not a bad team. Master 13 is projected. 903,000. Ooh. So we may, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna trust. I'm gonna name this GG Raikou. We're gonna trust Auto Team Maker this week, and we're gonna see what happens. We'll give it a few days, and if it doesn't work out, we can always change. Where's the button? I always forget where this button is that I need. There it is. That's GG Electric. That was for Electric Week. We want GG Raikou. Okay. So let's set this team up. I'm even going to set it up exactly the way they have it on team analysis. So Beware is up front. Kind of surprising that it picked Beware, not Dragonair. That's very interesting. Because it doesn't know that Beware is level 30. I haven't updated that yet. Oh, no. All right, let's go to the Pokemon box. I don't know how I forgot that one. 30. Boom. There we go. Now let's run the Auto Team Maker again. That may have been a huge mistake. Greppa, Rost, Pamtree, meal coverage first and foremost. Calculate. Yeah, it's not even on here anymore. That same team is not here anymore. I don't even see Raichu on the team. Let's run strength. Let's calculate that. Let's see what this tells me. 895. Yeah, not looking good though. Maybe this is the team we want. Interesting that it still picks Gengar. I mean, he is super fast, but I'm surprised it picks Gengar over Dodrio. Is he really that much faster? 38, yeah, 30 minutes. But Dodrio does have helping bonus. Not berry finding. Ugh, it's my Doduo that has berry finding. That is unfortunate. Okay, well, let's run. Instead of the team we just had. You know what? I think we make one adjustment. Since that was my fault, we're going to run the same team that we had originally with the GG Raikou. But we're going to swap out Beware for Dragonair, because we do know Dragonair brings in more corn. It's supposed to bring in more corn. We're going to give you another chance, Dragonair. I'm going to need you to get it together this week, though. I'm going to need you to get it together, but we're going to give you another chance. Where are you at? There you are. All right, so Dragonair, Toxicroak. Where's Toxicroak? Oh, you're further down the list than I thought. Gonna have to use a couple energy pillows today, but that's all right. Shiny Blastoise and Raichu. There you are. And we'll give Wigglytuff a chance this week. It does have helping bonus also, so that's very good. There you are. Yep, helping bonus and skill trigger M. If things go well, maybe you get a main skill seed. Who knows? We'll see. But that last thing we need to do. That's why I wasn't picking Dragonair. I also, man, I am slacking on my Pokemon box maintenance. I need to go through and just double check everybody. I thought I did that like 2 weeks ago, but I guess I've made quite a few investments since then. You are now level 28. Boom, boom, boom. And you are now level 35. Yeah, need to go through my entire box again. You're 38. Wow. Okay, so I'm super slacking. And you're 30. So that's good. 30 is exactly what we were expecting. Okay, so green grass, Greppa, Rost, Pamtree, green grass. I can't tell. Green grass. There we go. Now we know for sure. Okay, with this team on green grass, The new projection, still Master 13. It's going to be a lot higher though. Let's see, our starting strength was 125,000. Okay, so Master 14, again, Master 14 is the new projection. Maybe we'll get lucky and actually get, maybe we'll actually hit Master 15 this week. We got an extra 5% boost. Who knows? We're going to try. We're going to let this team run for a few days. We're going to see how things go. And maybe, just maybe, 47,000, almost 48,000 a day. Oh, I didn't even think. Hold on. This may change things. Not much. It only added like another 800. Still Master 14. So still not a lot. But these numbers are very nice. Plus we have the helping bonus from Wigglytuff. Very good. This is the team we're going to run with. And hopefully you get your act together this week, because you were really messing me up last week. If not, I'm going to have to swap in Beware for somebody just to get some extra corn. Maybe we can get lucky with these ingredient magnets from this guy, because he does bring in a ton of ingredients when it does trigger. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll make up the difference. Other than that, the only thing we have left to do is to grab this mission that we just completed for 15 more Raikou mains, getting to Ultra 5. Very easy to do. Starting off the week strong with a big Snorlax. And the shop, new inventory has been added. We have 600. So we could do a Raikou incense and some cheap biscuits. So there's 3 biscuits right there. We need a minimum or a maximum of 5. I mean, we have enough that we could do it if we wanted to. You know what? Why not? I still want a shiny one. It's one of the better shinies in all of Pokemon. So we're going to do that tonight. We'll have a Raikou in the morning. Good thing to do it first thing, because we probably will not have access to it in a wild research. I doubt we'll be Master 9 before tonight, but we got the incense, so at least we'll be able to see one that way. That said, that's gonna be all from me today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to have a wonderful day, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 2 here for the second week of Raikou event, and we are going to start off pretty strong with 20,994 sneaky snacking. Dragonair being on the list, I'm going to chalk that up to Dragonair triggered its skill like 3 or 4 times yesterday, so when I went to bed, it was around like 125% energy, so I'm going to chalk that one up to him just being super high energy. We also had like 3 or 4 skill triggers from Wigglytuff as well, so that helped too. And 20 diamonds also for going to bed on time is also very nice. Puts us into, I think that's Master 3 now. Yes, Master 3. So we're starting off really strong today. Still don't have Wild Raikou chance yet, not until Master 9, but we did make it to Master 3, which means we got a mission complete. We got our 100 sleep points, puts us at 2,886. And our daily lottery, let's see, where are we at? There we go. Daily lottery is 1 small ingredient ticket, which is good because Dragonair, even though its energy was super high, so far still slacking really hard when it comes to bringing in the corn I need. Not working out too great. But let's jump into this sleep report. Let's see if we can get something interesting. I don't even know what I would want right now. Session 248. What would I want? I guess maybe Eevee. 8 hours, 51 minutes of sleep. We got 21% dozing, 50% snoozing, and 29% slumbering. Dozing type is what that gets us. Snoozing would be all right. I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's the pseudo balanced sleep. So snoozing would be better just to skew it towards snoozing, since that seems to be a bit harder for me to get lately. But 24.8 million drowsy power is going to give us something interesting. We have full 8 spawns plus the one from the incense that I used, so a total of 9. There's a Magnemite up there. Magnemite would be good. I definitely could use one. I don't think I've caught a single one yet. There we go. Okay. I was beginning to worry if I actually did use the incense. I didn't see it. Normally it's right up top. Anyway, so we've got Raikou, of course, Ghastly, Cubone, Weepinbell, Caterpie, Magnemite, Sudowoodo, Metapod, and Psyduck. That's 66 Raikou mains. Is that everybody? I think that might have been. Yes, that is. No new sleep styles, which to be expected. We have 81% of the sleep styles here on green grass, getting very close to that 100% mark. Caterpie's hungry. That's not what I wanted. I definitely did not want Caterpie to be hungry. But let's see. Ooh, we can definitely take the Magnemite home today. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and lock that in right now. We can finally catch a Magnemite after all these years. We've been hunting for a Magnemite and just barely found one. But at last, we can finally catch it. And I'm gonna buy... I think I'm gonna buy 2 biscuits right now, the cheap ones, because that means that one of 2 things is going to happen. Either we're going to feed it 1 biscuit and it's going to get a critical capture, which would be very nice. Probably not going to happen though. Almost fed it the wrong thing. And we'll get a critical capture, or we'll need to feed it 2 biscuits anyway. And after the second one, it may or may not get full. And even if we do get a critical capture, having an extra one just means we got another great ball at the end of it all. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and feed him the second one. I don't know why I even thought about it. I knew exactly what the plan was and still was like, oh, what do I do here? Brain is not braining today. All right. It's not full. We can buy. Yep, there's another cheap biscuit. We'll buy 1. See what happens. A big hit right now would be very nice. Would be very nice. Come on, big hit. Times 18. No dice. Let's see. I can still feed it again. Let's see. How long do we have left? We've got all the rest of the week. Yeah, this will probably be the last one. Like once we catch this next one, whether we catch it now or down the road, I don't think I'm gonna be really hunting for more outside of just using the incense and seeing if it is shiny. Honestly, probably should have gave up after the last one, but I really just wanted to get 1 more just to see. Are we really gonna be able to catch this today? Are you gonna be full? Okay, you're full, yeah. That's what I thought. I was very surprised that it was going to let us catch one today with 5 biscuits, but it didn't. That makes more sense. But yeah, after we catch this one, I'll probably just use the incense, just see if it's shiny, throw a regular biscuit at it to catch it, but really just using the incense to get that big boost in dream shards, because that's really what it's good for at this point for me. I just want to catch 1 more just to see. I guess maybe just to hit that nice number, that nice 3. Yeah, I caught 3 of them rather than, oh, I only caught 2 and, you know, this one was good enough. Something in my brain's just telling me, just catch 1 more. Just 1 more. That's all you need. So that's what the plan is for now. But I'm sitting here letting the professor talk for no reason. Let's send out the Raikou candy. Definitely going to help everybody out as much as we can. And then we got 1,822 research XP and 7,206 dream shards. Okay, so let's switch on over. We've got a level 13 in Modest Magnemite. Blueberry for sure. Okay, you're a skill specialist. I'm not sure if I knew that or not, but a skill specialist with oil, herbs, oil. That's not a terrible combination for somebody who's just bringing in extra stuff. Oh, cooking power up. I forgot that's what you had. Helping bonus to start off with. Okay, helping bonus, ingredient finder S, not so great. Helping bonus is good. Helping speed is good. Ingredient finder M, not so great. And helping speed M, also not so great. Modest is... Ooh, modest is very bad. Very bad. Okay, so that's not good. I'm thinking this one's not going to turn out great. I mean, we're definitely going to keep it just in case. It may come in handy in a very specific scenario, but it looks like relying on its main skill is not gonna help. I'm hoping for that was not as much of a boost as I was hoping we would get from helping speed. Yeah, that speed of help down is really... Oh, I just realized that frequency. An hour and 43 minutes. That's a mega yikes. That's not good at all. There are better Pokemon that have this main skill. Really, the only reason it would be on the team is just if we needed blueberries on green grass for some reason. So, I am going to keep this one, but I don't expect to use it. I'm just going to keep it until we find another one, but at least we'll have one if we absolutely need it for now. We really, really need to get a Steelix. And I'm hoping that whenever Entei rolls around, the event will be on Taup Hollow instead of Greengrass. I'm hoping, since we actually have an island for a fire type. But if that's the case, we might be able to finally find us an Onyx then. But let's go ahead and move on before I get too sidetracked. 29 already and it's up to level 75. It's not 833 more sneaky snacking. Oh, it finally finished. It's a 30 PR. So yeah, definitely not good. And we have no new news, but we do have a medal. What is that going to be for? Ooh, number of water types studied, 140. What did that give me? I didn't even see it. Let's see. 20 diamonds. Very nice. A day full of diamonds. All right, so for the community reports, I'm thinking 46. 46 would be nice. Maybe 48. Ooh, 46. Look at that. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 that doubled up. 16 out of 46. That's really good odds. I will definitely take that. That's pushing, what is that, like 30% now? Yeah, right about 30%. And then we have, ooh, only 11 mains. Yikes. Level 3 that gave me some mains though. Looks like the mains are drying up. Maybe I picked the right time to stop buying biscuits. I may not even buy that other Raikou biscuit if we randomly get another Raikou just to save some of those mains, because that's it's not good. Yeah, we have 327. I'm not going to buy an incense anytime soon. I'm going to buy the main skill seed before I really do anything crazy. Yeah, we definitely need to start buying this stuff before it gets too late and then all of a sudden Saturday's here and I don't have enough mains. But we did get one skill trigger and a lot of oil to go with it. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Dragonair, come on. Give me some corn. Well, I suppose that's some corn. Only 4. It is, that's not good. This whole corn situation with Dragonair is not good. You're supposed to bring in way more than that. No skill trigger. There's a skill trigger. That's a good one. And let's see. A bunch of milk, which is very good. That's what we needed last week. Let me collect it all again. 280, so it's just a double collection. You won't? Yeah, no. You won't. All right. Time to make some breakfast. At least we can make the popcorn. I wasn't able to make popcorn for dinner last night, unfortunately, but we can make it now. Let's throw in these herbs. I don't want to do the honey. I can throw in cocoa because we'll get plenty of that from Blastoise. We can make some caramel corn instead. 6,615 to start with, but that turns into 20,260. So that's still pretty good. Pretty good. Even without the good camp ticket, with the good camp ticket, we were doing about 23,500. So we're only about 3,000 shy per meal, which does add up, but it's not far off. And we have one more thing that I am thinking about doing. I need to collect my missions. I completely forgot about that. I'm thinking about investing in this Curlia that we caught a while back, because Wigglytuff has actually been doing pretty well yesterday. I'm going to keep testing it, see how it does today and the next couple of days. And if it seems to be really helping, then it might be worth investing in the Curlia to get it to become a Gardevoir to get the same skill, but at a much faster rate. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, but a little behind the scenes. Let's go ahead and collect our rewards. We did get another 25 Raikou Mane. And what else did we get? Ooh, Bulbasaur Incense. I think I have 3 of those now, which is good. We probably need to start using those pretty soon. But for mission or week 2, Master 5, so we'll get another 40 there. So we have another 160 mains coming our way. Yeah, this should be a pretty solid week. We're kind of just taking it easy. We are still hunting Raikou a little bit, but not as hard as we did the first time around. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how things go. But that is all I have for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to have a wonderful day. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 3 of the Raikou event, week 2. And we are starting off pretty strong today with 19,606 sneaky snacking, 18,000 exactly provided by Raichu. It's kind of funny how often Raichu sneaky snacking is exactly 1,000 or 100. It happens way more often than I would have expected, but I'm not going to complain about it. It's kind of nice to see those even numbers. But let's go ahead and grab our 100 sleep points, which puts us at 2,986 today. And while we're at it, of course, we grab our daily lottery as well. Hopefully we can get another 100 diamonds, but I doubt we'll get it that soon. Maybe a biscuit. Hey, 15 diamonds. That's pretty good. Not too bad. It seems like most of the time when you get diamonds, it's around that 10, 15, or 20 range. So not going to complain ever about free diamonds. But now that our free diamonds are out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. We're not going to see Raikou. Didn't use a Raikou Incense, and we're not at Master 9 to even get him to pop up yet. So we won't see that, but maybe we'll get lucky and find something a little more interesting. It looks like slumbering took over quite a bit last night. 12% dozing, 35% snoozing, and 53% slumbering, which is a slumbering type sleep. That's good. And let's see, we're at what, Master 5, I think? Something like that. So maybe about, I don't even know what that number would be. 40 million? 35.8 million. I wasn't too far off. It is still a full spawn board. No a top belly, but several 1 and 2 stars. Hopefully something new. I see a Totodile down there, which we do need a better Totodile. Especially with Suicune coming up either next month or the month after. Still not sure what order they're going to put those in. But there is also a Magnemite. A couple of Magnemite, maybe. So we got Totodile, Magnemite, Sudowoodo, Primeape, Haunter, Magneton. That's what I saw. Another Totodile and a Psyduck. All good things. We got some stuff to choose from. Hopefully either the Totodile or the Magnemite is hungry. With the Magnemite we got yesterday, that's pretty bad. Hey, there we go. There's a hungry Totodile. Oh, and we've already got it to level 10 and still haven't found a good one. So maybe that bodes well. If we could get a berry finding Totodile, we'll be set. And I think since Suicune's coming up and we don't have a Steel Berry Island yet, Totodile is the higher priority over Magnemite. We've got plenty of time. Plus, Magnemite's not a berry specialist. We need Onyx for that. So, Let's go ahead and take the Totodile while we can. The rest we will just leave as is. You know what? Just for the gamble, we'll feed him one. We'll see what happens. Okay. Yep. No dice. Not going to feed him anymore as much as I want to gamble more. I don't want to use all my biscuits on a Magneton. So let's go ahead and move on. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. What candy do we give out today? Primate Mankey candy would be good to help people with Lapis, but maybe the Totodile candy would be better to help people who need it. Yeah, let's give out some Totodile candy. That'll help people, newer players, get ready for Suicune. 36 mains all in all from our sleep research today. And then we got 1,324 research XP and 2,875 dream shards. So feeling like a very normal, non-event sleep research. Okay, and we got a level 13 and Rash Totodile. All right, so I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I feel like it's been a while since we went through exactly how to use the Raynon calculator. It's been a couple of months. I think it was like December last time I did this. And a lot of things have changed since then. So I kind of want to go over everything again. There are a lot of newer players, not only to the channel, but also to the game. So I want to go ahead and make sure we have an up-to-date guide on exactly how to use the calculator and what to look for with your Pokemon. Specifically, we're going to go through while we rank this Totodile today. So from the Rate My Pokemon screen, you see this full layout of all the Pokemon currently in the game. We're going to scroll down and find Totodile. Click on him. It will pull up Totodile and all the potential combinations of options for Totodile. This one specifically, we got all sausages, which, not ideal. I would like sausage at level 1 and 30. And oil at level 60. That's a bit of a personal preference for Totodile. You may desire a different ingredients spread. Some people like mono ingredients. And then from there, we're going to go down here to where you see the subskill button. This used to not say subskill. I think they just changed it like a couple days ago. So this is really new. So we're going to click on that. This opens a menu where we can select all of the subskills. So we click them in order. We see Dream Shard bonus is first at level 10. Ingredient Finder M at level 25, not good for Totodile. And then Helping Speed S, that is good at level 50. It's just really far away, so that's not good. And then we click on Inventory Up M for level 75 and Skill Trigger M. This is not a good Totodile. We will probably not be keeping this one. Now that we've got all the subskills selected, the box goes away on its own. We scroll down, we see Nature. This is really not good. We click on Nature. It pulls up a list of all of the possible natures in the game. We're going to come down here, click on Rash for ingredient finding up and main skill chance down. And now we have all of the potential combinations for Totodile selected. We could put an evolution count if this were a Pokemon that we already have on our team and show that, oh yeah, we've evolved it twice. If it was a Feraligatr that we had caught and evolved, for example. Any subskills or main skill seeds that we have put into this Totodile, we could also plug in here. We haven't done any of that, so we're going to leave it blank. And since Totodile is a berry specialist, you want to calculate them based on their total strength. That is the best results you're going to get for a berry specialist. We're going to calculate. You can come down here. You can choose how you want to calculate either by percentile, percentage, or relative strength. And if we go into the documentations, which you can click right here on the left side, scroll down just a little bit, how to use Rate My Pokemon, read the rating results. We're going to scroll down just a little bit, and we've got the rating stats. And right here, it tells you exactly what they mean. For percentile rank, which is the first option right here. This is what I use for almost everything. I very rarely use percentage or relative strength. Percentile is also what most people use. What you're looking for is a higher number. The higher the number, the better. This is the position in the ranking of the given skill and nature combinations. And what it's talking about, let's go ahead and run the calculation so I can show you. This PR number directly corresponds to this number right over here on the right. You see 14 out of 25 at level 1. So if you were to take 14 divided by 25, you would get 46. So hence PR 46. If you do the same over here at level 10, 336 out of 425, you get 21. And then if we go by percent, again, the higher the better. This is the position on a scale of the best and worst combination. This will be 75% if the best possible strength production is 6,000, for example, and the worst is 2,000, and your current strength production is 5,000, which 5,000 would be 75% of the difference. Hence this equation here, and you'd end up with 75%. I almost never use it, but this total dial is pretty bad, like we expected it to be, only PR of 12. You can already click on percentage. You don't have to rerun the calculation. It does all the calculations at the same time, so you can click on the different tabs and see what you want to see. Percentage, 8.94%, still pretty bad. We want a high number. And then if we go to relative strength, also the higher the better. Represents the difference between the given combination and the one without any nature or subskills. So just a neutral totodile in this example, as if it had no subskills, no nature. When none of the subskills or natures are selected, the value is 0%. So that's your neutral. So when we come back over here, we click on relative strength. This one is just barely better than one with no skills or nature, only by 0.82%. You want to see this significantly higher. And you can see this number actually changes over time. This box here, where you see total strength 0.82%, is just the weighted average of all of these numbers based on which calculation method you choose. So you can see percentage, 34.3%, 34.4. I guess it's a little bit of a rounding since it's a little bit rounding. You have 2 decimal places down here, but only 1 decimal place on the graph. So we have 34.43 at level 1, all the way to 8.17 at level 60. The weighted average of all of these is 8.94. Same with relative strength. We actually start off really low at level 1, and it goes down a little, but then jumps back up. Red is bad. We don't want red. We want green, and we want a higher number, higher green number. But all of those calculated and weighted out average 0.82%. So it's pretty much the same across percentile, percentage, and relative strength. It's just showing the calculation based on the different methods laid out here under rating stats. This documentation page for how to read the rating results is a lot more in depth than this. I'd highly recommend, if you want to learn more, go ahead and read through this, and you can understand quite a bit. There's a lot of stuff here, a lot of information. We're not going to go through everything today because it is a lot, but I've given you the basic information that you need to just come in and calculate roundabout how good a Pokemon is. Now you can click on this gear right here. I've changed the way that my ratings are averaged. I've even debated taking out level 30 and 60 so that it doesn't take what ingredient they get at level 30 and 60 into account. That really is up to you. Everybody's going to have a different weighted, or a different way to weight the average. A different way to weight all of the individual numbers for their average. It's up to you. You can leave it as default. It's perfectly serviceable. If you want things to be a little different, you can tweak it simply by clicking this gear box here. And then once you're done, if you want to save the Pokemon to your box here on the website, first off, you need to be able to log in. So you need to create an account, log in. An account is free. The box is free. It's not a premium feature, so you don't have to worry about that. But you're going to click this box right here, export to box, and then you're going to say what level it is. In this case, level 13. And then you're going to hit this little cloud icon here with the arrow, and that will save it to your box. I'm not going to do it for this Totodile because we're going to send this to the professor. But that is the basics of how to run the calculations for the Pokemon that you get. The only thing that'll be different, if you have an ingredient specialist, you're going to click on ingredient strength, and you're going to run the calculation that way. You're going to get different numbers. I'm going to go ahead and run it while we're talking. You're going to get different numbers that way. You can also change the calculation based on if you want to see I haven't done this. I don't know how much use there is. I'm sure there is some use out there, and some of you in the comments can probably tell us how to really maximize the use of ingredient count A, B, and C. I never use them. I also don't really use meal coverage calculations. You absolutely can do that. It's a little more complicated. You do need to go into your settings by clicking the gear in the very top right next to the log out button, and then click on the cooking tab. And then you're going to go in and say which dessert, or not which dessert, which meal you're making or trying to make, and then which specific recipe you're trying to make. And then once you have all this set, you can back out and then say calculate based on meal coverage, and you'll get a different number. Now, this Totodial, we did run it on ingredient strength. It is a lot higher. That's because it has ingredient finder M and helping speed. But you see all the numbers are laid out exactly the same as they would be on a berry specialist. So the only difference that is going to be here is that you're going to choose a different calculation method based on the specialist of the Pokemon. Same with expected skill count. If you have a skill specialist, you would select that, run calculation. It's going to be terrible because Totodile is not a skill specialist, nor do any of the sub skills or nature help. So no worries there. But that is the basics of how it works. And there are other more advanced features if you want to get into it. That's entirely up to you. I just, like I said, wanted to cover the basics because a lot of things have changed. So now that we know this Totodial is terrible because we know how to read all of this now, it's absolutely terrible. We do not want this. We can go ahead and move on, and hopefully things will be better when we go to our breakfast and yeah, community reports. We got to get those. So we need more mains as soon as the game decides to load, because it is taking its sweet time today. There we go. Another 688 sneaky snacking. I cannot click on the button. We got a medal. Ooh, what could that be? All right. So the medal was for the number of steel types studied, only 15. Wow. Got an energy pillow, which is good. I've had to use a couple of those in these last couple weeks. And then our research community, 47 reports, 45. Ooh, we see that we've got some Raikou candy though. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that doubled up out of 45. That's very good. Almost 30%. Very nice. Only 15 mains though. The amount of mains that I've gotten from community reports has gone down pretty significantly. Hopefully we'll get some more. We definitely need more by the end of the week, but 15 is still pretty good. Better than 0. And now let's see. Time for me to scold my team. Well, part of my team. You have been doing fantastic. Keep up the good work. Although I am going to swap you out here in a minute because your buddy has not been doing good. You've been doing all right. You've actually been bringing in a lot more milk than I thought. So well done. You deserve a pet. All right. You two, however, have really disappointed me yesterday. Not a single skill trigger from Wigglytuff or Dragonair all day yesterday. And Dragonair only brought in enough corn. Yeah, you better. You better now. All of a sudden, I start talking about how poorly you've done. You're like, oh no, keep me on the team. Dragonair, look at that. All herbs. No corn at all. None. I don't know what I'm going to do with Dragonair. I don't know why I clicked on you. You've been doing fantastic. I'm not collecting your inventory. I'm not sure why I clicked on you other than the frustration built up by your buddy Dragonair over there. Both last week and this week, Dragonair has done terrible. As you can see, we still don't have enough corn to make popcorn today. I only made popcorn for breakfast yesterday. Never got enough to make lunch or dinner popcorn, so we've had to make whatever else I could get by with. Unfortunately, Petal Dance chocolate tarts was one of the things that I made yesterday for dinner. And it looks like we're not going to be able to do much better for breakfast. This has not gone well. Wigglytuff without getting any skill triggers has really just brought the team down. It honestly, and this is why I started running Espeon over Wigglytuff, is because Wigglytuff's skill, while it is very good to give the team an energy boost, if it doesn't trigger, it does absolutely no good. So at least with Espeon, it was consistently triggering its skill 3 or 4 times a day, and every time it triggered, giving me 26 or 2700 more strength, which is way more than Wigglytuff is doing, period. So Wigglytuff has been underperforming. I know everybody says Wigglytuff is really good. I don't see it. In the times that I've used it, Wigglytuff has been terrible. I have not been happy with it. It may just be that I don't have one with good sub skills and natures, and everybody else does. And if you do and it's working out for you, great. But mine is not working, and I have no confidence in it. Where's my Beware? There you are. I want to put Beware in. Hopefully we can get some corn. We have plenty of oil for popcorn for the rest of the day, but we have got to get some corn going. And hopefully with both Beware and Dragonair on the team, we can get at least enough to make lunch or dinner popcorn, but it's not looking good. And only being able to make the Petal Dance chocolate tarts, or whatever they're called. Yeah, Petal Dance chocolate tarts is not good. This is very bad. Let's go ahead and throw some of these in there just to bulk it out a little bit. I don't want to use the honey. We can use the herbs. The honey I want to save. We have plenty of oil. We can use some of that. It's not looking good this week. It is not looking good. This is only going to be about 12,000 maybe, if I'm lucky. 13,000. So yeah, a far cry from 22 or 23,000 that we were getting with the popcorn. It's yeah, all I can say is it's not good. It's just not working out. So it's unfortunate. And you know, I went based on the team analysis or the auto team maker this week, and it's not looking good. I've had to make some changes. Oh, we are Master 7 at least. I really would like to get to Master 9 today. That's not going to be possible if we can't make the popcorn. And even with the popcorn, it's going to be rough. Let's see. If we're at Master... Nope. Master 7. 396. We need 465. 2 popcorns, if we could do lunch and dinner, would get us at least 40,000. So that would put us at 436, which means we'd only need another 30,000. Yeah, I think Master 9 would be possible if I could make popcorn for lunch and dinner, because we are getting a lot of sneaky snacking from Raichu. Raichu's giving us about 40 grand a day anyway. And we got 18,000, so we probably have another 20,000 just from Raichu. Honestly, you know what? Since you have been so disappointing, Wigglytuff, I'm going to try something. And it may be dumb, but I feel like what better time than now to try it out? Let's go ahead and throw you on the team for now. I may... You know what? We do. We have plenty of... we have plenty of oil. We have plenty of milk. Let's go ahead and throw... Where's our buddy? There you are. Let's go ahead and throw Ampharos on the team. This will give us, if Raikou skill triggers, it'll give us a pretty decent Raikou boost. I forget what it's called. Helping boost, I think. Helper boost. It'll give us a pretty decent helper boost. It's already at level 3 because we got lucky and got skill level up M at level 25. So it's already level 3. If we click on this little eye right here, we have... Oh, Okay, so we need to have... Oh, no, it does count. Okay. So with Raikou, Raichu, and Ampharos on the team, that counts 3 qualifying Pokemon, so we get an additional 2 times the usual help. So if it triggers, that will give us 5 rolls on every Pokemon's drop table, which means we have 5 chances with both Dragonair and Beware to roll Corn. If it triggers, maybe it'll work. I don't know, but we're going to try it today. Like I said, Wigglytuff has been super disappointing. We're going to try this out. We're going to see how it goes. It really is just Wigglytuff is being disappointing. I can't say that enough. The fact that I went an entire day without a single skill trigger means that it's not going to be consistent enough that we can rely on it. And like I said, I know everybody loves Wigglytuff. Y'all all tell me that I should use Wigglytuff more often. But with how it's gone the 2 times I've tested it out, I'm just not impressed. And it may be my Wigglytuff, but I'm not impressed with it. So we need to do something different. We need something more reliable. We're going to go ahead and collect our mission reward for getting to Master 5. It's another 40 mains. Week 1's already done. We don't have to worry about that. And no more has been completed on our weekly stuff. But that is going to almost do it. The last thing I want to check is where we're at on our Raikou mains currently. We have 4 days left. 443. I'm going to buy it. Yeah, I'm going to buy the main skill seed now. I don't plan to really hunt Raikou all that much. Do I? Second guessing it. Because if we do make it to Master 9 tonight and a Raikou shows up, I do want to have the mains to buy the biscuits if need be. Do I? I don't know. I'm going to think about it. We're not going to buy it today. We may buy it tomorrow. But that said, that is all I've got for today. Thank you for watching the video. I hope the tutorial was helpful. If you have any more questions, be sure to drop them in the comments. I will do my best to reply to as many comments as possible. So if you have any questions, drop them there. I'll respond if I get some time. And other than that, that is going to be it. So thank you for watching the video again. Have a wonderful day. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on Friday, day 5 here on the second week for the Raikou research event. Had a wild day yesterday. We had a bunch of technical issues. If you didn't see my community post, there are a bunch of things that went wrong in recording yesterday's episode. Some of them I didn't notice until I was already done recording. And of course, simply by the nature of this game, I can't just go back and redo everything that we've already done. At the end of it all, I just wasn't happy with it. It wasn't going to be an episode that I would be happy to put out. And so I just canceled that episode and figured we'd try again today. So hopefully things will go better today, but we're going to go ahead and see. We're going to start off with 18,135 sneaky snacking. And also a small ingredient ticket for going to bed on time. And we can grab our 100 sleep points, which will put us at 3,086. Or no, we are at 3,086. We'll get 3,186. That's the proper way to say it. And for our daily lottery, let's see, we have another small ingredient ticket. Good. I need those. I need those desperately. This entire week has been filled with disappointment from our team. Funny enough, Raikou has been one of the better performers of the team. Granted, it's only been the first day I put him on the team, we had 2 skill triggers. The second day we got 1, but it's been pretty good so far. Actually, no, maybe we did get 2. I think I might have got 1 during yesterday's recording that I scrapped. I don't know, 1 or 2, but either way, he's been doing pretty well. 9 hours, 56 minutes of sleep. And that gives us, how much is this breakdown to? 13% dozing, 49% snoozing, and 38% slumbering. If that's it's a dozing type. I was going to say, if that's snoozing, that's really good. We do have a chance to see Raikou. We are above Master 9. I just don't know if we have the drowsy power to really have a strong chance of it. We're at 56 million, 56.4 million. Okay. But yeah, there's a decent chance that Raikou is one of those 5 1-star sleeps. So let's see. I'm not really going after Raikou very hard, but I won't turn a shiny one down. It's one of the best shinies, particularly in this game. No Raikou, it looks like. We do have a bunch of new sleep styles, or maybe 2 new. We've got Why Not, Metapod, Chikorita, Flaffy, Bulbasaur, and Cubone. And we know this a Top Belly Ivysaur is new. What else could be new? Uh-oh. Well, so much for not having any tech issues today. That's always fun. Anyway, this Ivysaur is new, so that's good. And then there's one more new sleep style. Is that the last? Oh no, that's only 2 out of the 4 that we need. Still missing 2 more. All right, so what else could possibly be new? Not over here. Not down there. Not there. Ooh, new Persian. There we go. I feel like we've seen a few Persian. So that might be the last one we need. Yeah, that is the last one. All right, another sleep style dex complete. And so is anyone hungry? Ooh, nobody's hungry. Ooh, that's not good. Bulbasaur's eyes still look weird to me. Chikorita. How are we looking on biscuits and stuff? I mean, we do have 3 biscuits. Yeah, I think I'm gonna feed Chikorita the 1 biscuit. And then we're going to take our bonus biscuit. Oop, not the Raikou biscuit, the bonus biscuit. And we're going to feed Bulbasaur. I do have a pretty good Venusaur, but I would like one with a better spread of ingredients. I would like to get one that is honey, and then maybe tomatoes. I'm not sure. I would like a better spread of ingredients. So we're going to try to get a Bulbasaur over the long haul. It's not really something that we absolutely have to have right now, but it would be nice to have. And then for our sleep research, ooh, I mean, really, we didn't even get any. Yeah, we only got 1 electric type today. You know what? I think we send out the Chikorita candy to help people with Lapis. We did get another 39 mains though, so that's good. That is very good, because I feel like I don't have as many mains as I thought I would have, but we did get 2,813 research XP and 5,831 dream shards. Very nice. But we did catch a Chikorita, so let's go ahead and switch on over. And hopefully we don't have the problems I had yesterday. This is a place where I was having issues, level 12 and careful for this Chikorita. For some reason, and I think I figured it out whenever I try to calculate out to level 100, it either causes my browser or the website to freak out and it just shuts down completely. And in yesterday's recording, when that happened, it messed up my camera and my microphone. So I'm not sure. It's probably on my side and I can't figure out what exactly is causing it yet. But we're not going to calculate out to 100 a day just to avoid that. But we did get cocoa, honey, and cocoa, which is nice. But being a berry specialist, not super worried about it. Hopefully these sub skills are better. Inventory up S is an okay start. Energy recovery bonus, it's all right. Ingredient finder S, not looking good. This is not what we want for Chikorita. Ingredient finder S, skill trigger S, and helping speed M. Helping speed M is good, but not at level 100. And careful's actually okay for a Chikorita. It's not ideal, but it's not a bad thing. So let's go ahead. We'll go to level 60, total strength. Well, we can't calculate out to 100 anyway for berry specialists. But Hopefully it's just me that's having that problem and not everybody else. I'm assuming it's just me. Yeah, Chikorita is pretty bad. Kind of figured that was going to be the case. So, yeah. We're just going to move on because that's pretty rough. That is pretty rough. 26 PR. Yikes. They still need to implement a button from the catch screen where you can just go ahead and release it. Be like, oh, this one's not good. Let me just go ahead and release it now rather than having to go into your Pokemon box to do so. That would be nice. Anyway, we do have some new news. I did get a little sneak peek at this. Sleep Report, Volume 8. Again, I'm not sure why they show us this, but I do want to see if the number... It looks like it's... Whoa, 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 whoa. This looks different than what it normally does. Okay. So this says Sleep Report, Volume 8. Was it 7 or 8 that we had last time around? Because this looks like it's an announcement. Okay. All right, so it looks like they're doing the sleep report and the announcement together. So let's go ahead and read through this. I'm glad I skimmed through this really quickly. Anyway, our sleep tends to be shorter and shallower during the full moon, just as this commonly accepted view may lead us to expect. We found that on the night of the full moon during this Good Sleep Day event, the average sleep duration for all of the researchers around the world was 2 minutes and 33 seconds shorter than average. Let's all do our best to sleep longer on the next night of the full moon. The next Good Sleep Day event will be held from April 23rd to April 25th. And hopefully we will have one of the other beasts by then. But, I mean, that is the last full week of April, so it's possible. Still don't know if they're giving us the legendary beasts a month apart or 2 months apart, but we should know pretty soon since the Raikou event is ending. I'm assuming by the fact that we don't know just yet, it may be more than a month, but we'll just have to wait and see. This month's sleep tips. From now on, we'll share some sleep-related tips in the sleep report. We hope these tips help every researcher sleep. Finding a routine that helps you relax. Yeah, this seems like cool information, but I don't know that I'm really super worried about it. I don't know. Yeah, this isn't really anything I'm super interested in. This is just how to help you sleep better. It's probably some good information, but I feel like most of us already know it, especially finding a routine that helps you relax. It's kind of common knowledge, so we're just going to go ahead and skip that one, and we're going to check out the community reports, hopefully about 47 of them. Hopefully. 44, the number is getting lower. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is really good. 12 out of 44 is exactly, no, it's not exactly 25%. What am I talking about? It's over 25%, which is a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday was only, I think, 8 that doubled up, but we did get a bunch of mains from the community reports yesterday. I think 44 of them, funny enough. And then today we get 9. Wow. Okay, so wild. But there we go. Shout outs Berman, level 5. Very nice. Good for 2 small handy candies. I will take it. Thank you, Berman. And then let's get into the meat and potatoes of everything. I did not mean to click on you, Snorlax. You're getting excited. You had 1 Dragonair. Dragonair, you are being a complete disappointment these last 2 weeks. You had 1 skill trigger yesterday. 1. You're supposed to get like 2 or 3 a day. You've disappointed me, especially not getting 1 for breakfast. You've been all right. You're adorable. You've been okay. You have been out there hiding amongst the bushes from everybody else, but we'll click on you last. You, on the other hand, you're adorable and you have been doing fantastic. You, funny enough, have brought in more corn than Dragonair consistently since I've had you on the team. And it's funny because he's also bringing in a bunch of sausage too. I'm honestly thinking that Dragonair is not the right way to go when I want corn. It seems like Beware is the better choice. Which is funny because Dragonair is supposed to be the better choice when I look at production comparisons. Doesn't make any sense. You, kind of disappointing. I was really hoping for a skill trigger to start the day off to make me feel better about all this. But if we click on Raichu, You can see all those berries that just dropped. So he's been triggering that skill and it's been helping out a lot. And I am not unhappy about it. It seems to be at least the same amount of skill triggers as what we had with Wigglytuff. But I feel like with each skill trigger, we actually get more benefit than we do from energy for everybody, with specifically with my Wigglytuff at the current level that it's at. So 125 bean sausage. That's a lot. But I think we're going to throw in some of these herbs, because herbs are worth a bit more and we need every little bit that we can get. We are going to have to change out the team. We've run out of oil and it's getting close to Sunday. So we need to prepare for Sunday, but we are going to get 20,635 from the explosion popcorn. That's enough to level it up. But is that, it should be enough to get Snorlax to the next rank, which I think will put us at Master 11. Yes, Master 11. About a third of the way to Master 12, maybe? Oh, no, that's right. There's a huge jump from 11 to 12. Never mind. Never mind. All right. So we're now Master 11, another 762 Dream Shards. And now that that is done and taken care of, everybody's happy. We can switch. I'm going to go to this team. I'm going to make some changes to this team, but this will be the basis of the team we use for today. We do need honey. We do need eggs, but I'm not super worried about having Pinsir on the team right now. I would rather keep Raichu on the team just to keep those berries going. But we desperately need some ingredients, especially if we're going to be set for Sunday. I also, you know what? One thing I need to check. I need to check and see how much corn we have. We may need to do a little bit of a flip-flop today. We may need to put Toxicroak on the team for like half the day, let him build up some oil, and then swap in Beware. Yeah, we're running low on oil, and we do have enough corn for one more popcorn. So we can put Toxicroak on the team, let him bring in some oil for a little bit, and then swap in Beware. Maybe after we make lunch or around dinner time. So that's going to be what we do. And while I'm here, while I'm thinking about it, that's the Magnemite we caught the other day I need to get rid of. I just forgot. This is one of the Pokemon I caught yesterday. It's okay. I think it was around a 65, 70 PR. But with a seed or two, it is actually around 82, 83 PR. So that one's really good. Again, it's not calculated out to level 100 because the site kept crashing every time I tried. But for what I could do, it was around 82, 83. So it's not bad. It may be something that we invest in later. That's the one I'm going to hold on to for now. And then we also caught this Shuppet. Which now that I'm actually looking at the two side by side, it was around the same. I think it was actually like a 63 or a 64 PR. So about the same. I need to actually look at these two side by side a little later to figure out which one is the better one to keep. Essentially, I came away from that new Shuppet thinking I'll keep it for now, but I'm going to keep looking for a better one, but it'll be usable for the short term. But now that that's done, we can get this team set, and hopefully they can really help us out for Sunday, because things have slowed down quite a lot thanks to not having the corn. I've had to make the Petal Dance chocolate tarts more than a couple of times, and it has been very, very not good. So I am hoping that between Venusaur, Blastoise, we can get a ton of ingredients, just bulk ingredients to be able to fill out recipes. But also Blastoise being milk and cocoa. A lot of that milk and cocoa will help for some desserts. We still need a good apple farmer. We don't have one. So that's kind of hurting us for desserts, but Venusaur can bring in some honey, Delibird some eggs, and then we can get Toxicroak to get that oil for the popcorn. Hopefully we'll be all right. I'm going to keep an eye on it several times throughout the day, just see how things are going. I may swap out other Pokemon for some other things. We do have a healthy amount of eggs, so Delibird may be swapped out for something that we are lacking. But other than that, this is kind of where it's going to sit for now. And I'll just kind of keep an eye on it and change things as needed. But that's all I've got for today. Thank you for watching the video. Have a wonderful day. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 6 here on the Raikou event, week number 2. We're starting off with 17,012 sneaky snacking. Raichu, as always, putting in a ton of work for the team, for the benefit of all. And we can grab our 100 sleep points. That'll put us at 3,286. And while we're here, of course, we play our daily lottery and hopefully we get a biscuit because we could definitely use some. It would help if I actually go to the store first. That would be a good idea. But let's see, our daily lottery today, 20 diamonds. Very nice. I am happy for diamonds. And then let's see. If we jump into this sleep report, we are Master 11. So we do have a chance of seeing Raikou. Very small chance. It is very rare, but there is a chance. Session 252, we've got 8 hours and 45 minutes of sleep. Fun fact, I forgot to set my alarm this morning, and yet somehow, excuse me, somehow woke up feeling better and more rested. I guess that big chunk of slumbering there may be actually the culprit, but I felt better rested without my alarm. So maybe there's something to that. But we did get a slumbering type sleep. Thanks to that huge chunk of slumbering, apparently I just was out like a light. Good thing nobody broke into the house or anything. 66.2 million. Odds of a Raikou are very low today. We only have 2 chances to even see a Raikou for those 2 1-star sleeps, but with the fact that there's a bunch of 2 stars and in a top belly ditto, almost certainly not seeing a Raikou today. I feel like if we saw a Raikou, it would be probably all 1-star sleeps. But no new sleep styles. We've got Igglybuff, Primeape, Wobbuffet, Weepinbell, Toosfeel, a Magneton again, and the Atop Belly Ditto. That is a decent chunk of Dream Shards, which is nice. We are now at like 130 something thousand. So that is very good. Ooh, Ditto's hungry. Do I care? I don't know, honestly. Igglybuff, be okay. Magneton, we could use a better one, but I'm not super worried about it. Primeape, we have a good one, but we could use a better one, but I'd rather catch a Mankey. Ditto's hungry and already almost full. I forgot we'd been feeding the Ditto. Oh, man, that's... Well, I think I have an idea. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to feed Ditto one of our last biscuits. With the hungry, that'll take it home. And then we'll take our bonus biscuit. And we'll feed that to Sfeel. Because we do have a good one. We have a really good one. But I do need... I think the one we have doesn't have berry finding. So we do need a berry finding Sfeel. Looks like we are not taking that home today, but that's all right. It's not a big rush to get the Sfeel immediately, so we can take our time with it. This is a long-term game. There's no need to rush. No electric types, actually, now that I think about it. I know Magneton is technically steel electric, but in this game, there are no dual type Pokemon, so Magnemite in this game is, or Magneton is a steel type. Are we even having an event right now? Well, the 39 Raikou mains do beg to differ that we are in fact having an event. But outside of that, it almost doesn't feel like there is one. We did get 3,489 research XP and 6,269 dream shards. So very good. That is very good. We did catch the Ditto. Hopefully this one is better than our last one. Level 23 is a good start, but I think Calm is actually bad for us. Ingredient specialty, of course. Ooh, yes. A very nice ingredient spread. Oil, leeks, and tails. It's a good spread. It's not going to be the best ingredient gatherer for us, but if we do get it to level 60, if it's good enough to warrant the investment to get it to level 60, it will be nice to have just for the variety that it can bring in. I don't know that it would be useful for like trying to get a specific recipe necessarily, but it will be good to stock up the leeks and the tails. But let's see. Ingredient Finder S is a good start. Helping Speed S also a good start. Unfortunately, both just the low level white skills. Level 50 also skill trigger. That's okay. Inventory up. That's a good one. Last one is it's gold. Ooh, berry find. Ooh, that's interesting. Calm, I think, is gonna really mess this one up. Yeah. Main skill chance up and speed of help down. Calm really hurts this Ditto a lot. This is actually just based on the skills, not the nature. This is actually a really interesting, just general purpose Ditto. Not really one that's super good for any one ingredient over the others, but it's a good general purpose one. The nature, unfortunately, brings it down quite a lot. That speed of help down is just terrible. Yeah, PR 40. Honestly, I think it's just shy of the one that we have already. Unfortunately, I think it actually is going to be picked up by inventory up S at level 75, but still having issues with the site, so not going to run a level 100 calculation at the moment, or 75, because I'm not sure exactly where it crashes, if it's level 75 or 100, so we're only doing 60 because that seems to be safe. Until they get that fixed, we're just going to stick with the level 60 calculations, which admittedly is what we used to do before, so not that big a deal. I do want to test something. Let's see if let's just invest in level 10 and 25. Let's say Ingredient Finder M and Helping Speed M. Does that really help to counterbalance the nature? I mean, Ingredient Finder M does a huge, yeah, Helping Speed M also helps quite a lot. Interesting that it goes down at level 30 though, to only a 50 PR. The level 30 is just unlocking leeks. So is leeks not the preferred ingredient? Let me see. Let me change that to oil. Let's run it again. See if it stays the same at level 30. Oh, you know what I bet you it is? I bet you I don't have... Where's cooking? Yeah, I have it set to desserts. Let's turn the meals off. I wish that was off by default. Oil actually is way better because desserts use oil, but let's turn the cooking schedule off completely and just calculate it in a neutral way. Not advanced options. That's not what I wanted. I'm trying to calculate just a neutral Ditto, which means that since the cooking thing was on, that actually really hurt the Ditto. The first rating we had a 40, so this actually may be way better. So I do need to take the 2 seed investments off. With the seed investments, we're looking at a PR of 89 up to level 60. So let's take these back off, Ingredient S and Helping Speed S, and recalculate. So now that we have a proper number, let's see. It's still not going to be as good as with the 2 investments, but it could be better than what we have. Yeah, it's definitely better than what we have. I think that one's like a 43, 46, somewhere around there. Somewhere around 45, if I remember correctly. So this one, just at a neutral level, as is, PR 57, it is better. With the 2 seeds, it's significantly better. I think if we were to put 2 more seeds into it, unfortunately, it's random, so we can't specifically target inventory up S, but if we could get that to inventory up L, I think that would really help as well. And then berry finding would just be a nice capstone ability with a huge carry limit by the time we get to level 100. I think this could actually be a really good Ditto with some investment. I'm pretty happy with it. We're gonna keep it, and we may invest in this one down the road. For right now, we're just gonna hold on to it. We finally got a good catch. Finally. Of the rare Pokemon anyway. The rare Pokemon seem to be not liking me outside of Raikou. Raikou's the only rare spawn, but I got that one with an incense that actually turned out to be pretty decent. But even that one requires some investment, so who knows? Anyway, let's move on. There is no new news. We do have, I already forgot what day that was. Good Sleep Day is coming up. April 23rd to the 25th. So that's good. We need to keep that in mind. We have plenty of incense that we got for the free gifts and stuff. The community reports, we've got 46 of them. Let's see if this trend still continues. It seems like in the last 2 days, if I got a lot of doubled candy, I didn't get a lot of Raikou mains, but if I got few doubled candies, I got a ton of Raikou mains. So let's see if that trend keeps up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 that doubled up. Very nice. 15 out of 45 or 46. That is 33 almost percent. Nope, the trend did not hold. We got a bunch of mains too. 34 is well above what seemed to be more of the average, around that 24, 27 range. 2 of them were not level 5. Interesting. Those may be, no, I do have more than 2 friends that aren't level 5, but very nice. Good job, everybody. Thank you for your hard work. Hey, there we go. There's a level up. There's another level up. Any more? Nope, just the 2. So we got a small handy candy and a link cable. And that means that it is time to get into breakfast. You were doing well yesterday, but not as good as I needed, so you stayed on the team. Also, I forgot to switch you anyway, but you still didn't get the oil I needed. It looks like your inventory got almost full and you only brought in 4 oils. So that's not good. A skill trigger from you would be very nice. That was not nice of you. For you did fantastic yesterday. I collected from Delibird last night and I think I got like 23 eggs in one collection. A skill trigger there is also very nice because that's more ingredient magnet. Looks like quite a few eggs. Oh, well, I hate when it breaks it up like that. I do wish it would just combine all of them together and just tell you, hey, this many eggs, this many tomatoes. Don't show them to me in disparate counts. Unfortunately, not a skill trigger from Blastoise, who is the best ingredient magnet skill trigger that we could have. Raichu, I just like seeing all your berries. So many. It's so many. I can't wait to collect that. I'm going to collect that one day by itself and just see how much strength we get just from Raichu with Raikou's boosts. All right, so now that that is out of the way, we're going to make breakfast. We don't have the corn we need to make popcorn. We're 1 short, but actually we can't make this because we don't have the pot space, which is 25 or 55. Yeah, 55. Let's see if we can do something. See if we can do something about that. Speaking of dream shards, we really need another double dream shard event soon. I know we just had one in December. I say just, but we definitely need another one soon. 46,000 is what we've got left. 54 is all we can do. How much is it for another one? 127,000. Well, okay then. That's definitely not happening, which is unfortunate because that means we can't make the fruity flan. It would be nice to be able to make that consistently. I think in the long run, it would be better to make the fruity flan more consistently over the explosion popcorn, just because then the recipe bonus goes to all 55 ingredients rather than the 37 or however many it is from 36 from the popcorn. But unfortunately, we do not have that luxury. It looks like the Lovely Kiss smoothie is going to be what we make today. Let's throw in this extra stuff here. We almost have all the eggs we need for tomorrow. Let's see how we're looking on the other stuff. Honey, we need a few more. I think we need quite a bit more honey. We are doing terribly on cocoa. Okay. We're gonna have to change the team up to get ready for tomorrow then. If I even want to do that. Honestly, I'm not sure that I want to make a ton of the macarons tomorrow. We may just make 1 or 2 and try to push into a new rank. You know what? It's going to depend. We got 17,489 from the Lovely Kiss smoothie. It is going to depend on if we can hit Master 13. If that looks like a possible thing, then it's going to be worth it to make the macarons, because then that gives us access to the 2-star Raikou. Without that, without hitting Master 13, I don't think it's really worthwhile. And for Master 13, we need 885, so 185,000 away. I mean, that's possible with tomorrow, especially if we get an extra tasty. But I don't know, honestly. Don't know if that's really what I want to focus on. I think I'm in a place where I'm good with swapping out Delibird and just planning to make 2 macarons. But while I think about this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to collect the mains for cooking 12 times. We are also, there was 3 other missions we finished. We gave Snorlax a ton of berries so we can get some of those dream shards back. We went to bed on time so we get 15 diamonds. And we gave out 14 biscuits for another 3 small handy candies. I don't think we're going to befriend 10 Pokemon this week, but we will use the candies. I'm just kind of waiting until tomorrow to see what happens. Maybe there's something I want to do. But as far as the team goes, well, let me pull it up. Let me make sure, because I always forget the recipe. I don't remember it off the top of my head. The Flower Gift macarons is 17 honey each. We have enough for 1, so we do need to keep Venusaur on the team to try to get some more built up today. We definitely need cocoa, and I'm pretty sure we have enough milk. I think it's that we only need 20 milk for 2 of them, and I'm pretty sure we have plenty. Blastoise brought in a ton this morning. So let's see. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of milk. We've also got plenty of bean sausage for hopefully curries next week. Then we can focus on the corn. Flower Gift macarons, 25 cocoa, 25 eggs, 17 honey, and 10 milk. We have enough honey for 1, so we need a little bit more. The cocoa is the one thing we're really lacking on, so maybe we need to swap out Delibird for our other Blastoise just for like half a day or something. Get enough cocoa, or you know what? No, I don't think we need to do that. I don't think we do. I think we swap in Beware and start stocking up some corn for next week. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Corn is going to be one of the most useful ingredients to us 2 out of 3 times. Desserts are going to be the only time where it's not super useful, but even then it can be helpful. But we swap out Delibird, who's done a good job of bringing in some eggs this week, with our Beware. We bring in some corn. We have Toxicroak on the team, still bringing in oil. And I think that's actually the only change we needed to make. The only thing I might do... Why are you at so low energy? You have energy recovery down? You do. That sucks. I guess I didn't notice that. Anyway, yeah, we'll leave Toxicroak on the team to bring in some oil. Maybe swap it out for our Herb Dragonair. Other than that, yeah, that was really the only change we needed to make, just to get some corn coming in. We've got tons of sausage, which is good for curries. I mean, I really don't know what else we would need for curries at this point other than potatoes, but Victory Bell is so good at bringing in potatoes that I am confident in just swapping Victory Bell onto the team once we need them. Leeks, we have a ton built up, so not worried about that. Ginger, we have our pupitar, which brings in a ton of ginger. So curries, we're pretty well set. Salads, we need oil, potatoes. Other than that, again, the leeks and the ginger, we're either got them stocked up or we can get them quickly. Mushrooms, probably would help to probably put both Gengars on the team. But yeah, mushrooms, I feel pretty confident that we can get pretty quickly if need be. Soybeans, that's also one where maybe we need to stock up, but that's just a big maybe. And then desserts, we're pretty well set as is. We just need more oil and corn. That's really all I'm worried about with desserts is oil and corn, because the popcorn, we get plenty of milk. That's never a concern. So yeah, we're pretty well set. Now that we've gone through my entire thought process on this, that is all. The only change we needed to make was to swap out Delibird for Beware, and I think we're pretty well set for the rest of the day. Going into tomorrow, we'll be able to at least make breakfast and dinner with the macarons, and then from there we can kind of judge if we want to, or breakfast and lunch, sorry, we can make breakfast and lunch, and from there judge if we need to make dinner to be able to hit Master 13, because really that's the only goal that I would have for tomorrow, is to hit Master 13, potentially have that 2-star Raikou. It's, again, very rare, so it may not even matter, but we're going to try to get it to spawn naturally. For now, we have 729 Raikou mains. If I were to buy the main skill seed now, that leaves us with 379, which is enough to buy all 3 biscuits should we require them. But I don't think I'm really worried about catching the next Raikou. I really just want it to be shiny, and that's about it. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to be able to buy both biscuits and the Raikou incense, but at the very least, I'm going to go ahead and buy. I feel confident in buying the main skill seed now. Oh, we have 4 of them now. I didn't realize I had so many stocked up. Maybe it's getting close to time to use one of them. Other than that, the rest of it, I'm good with waiting until like the final hours to buy whatever. I just want to make sure I don't slip up and somehow forget the main skill seed. So yeah, we are good now. The team is set up. We've got a plan for today and tomorrow, and hopefully we can see a Raikou. But that is all I've got for today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to have a wonderful day, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 7 of the final week, well, the final day of the final week of Raikou Research Event. So it's not the last research that we'll have, just the last day we have to get any progress in on trying to get another Raikou. So we're just going to have to see how it goes. Let's go ahead and grab our 100 sleep points after our 15,600 sneaky snacking. Puts us at 3,386 sleep points, which is not enough to buy another Master Ball, but I think we already bought this month's Master Ball anyway. So not really that big a deal. Did we? No, we didn't. We did get 10 diamonds for our daily lottery. You know what? While I'm here, let me see. No, I haven't bought the Master Biscuit this month yet. Also, haven't bought the Easy Travel ticket. Might as well. Never hurts to have extras. You never know when you're going to need 12 of them to get the right berries for an event. But all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the sleep report. We are above Master 9, so we could see Raikou. Could. Very rare, but we're going to try. And with any luck, it'll be a shiny one with some actually usable stats. 9 hours, 6 minutes of sleep with, we need snoozing, not looking good. 11% dozing, 42% snoozing, and 47% slumbering. Is that, slumbering type. Not the balanced I was looking for. Again, it is the event, so it doesn't really matter. It's pseudo-balanced, so we still have a chance of seeing Raikou. We just need a bunch of 1-stars. Already, I'm thinking we probably didn't get Raikou, especially with a 4-star. 75.4 million is pretty good, but having that a top belly sleep means we almost certainly didn't get Raikou, especially with all the other 2 stars in there. No Raikou that I see so far. It'll pop up here if we do have one. Highly doubt it though. There's a Magneton. That's kind of surprising to see a Magneton. All right. No new sleep styles, but we got a Mareep, a Graveler, Ivysaur, Igglybuff, Mankey, Caterpie, Raticate, and not Magneton. I said Magneton like 500 times. Magnezone. That's the one. Silly me. Not knowing my Pokemon. All right, so is anybody hungry is the big question. Magnezone's hungry. That's actually kind of an interesting prospect. Do I? Ooh. Honestly, yeah, it's only between the Magnezone and the Mankey, and only because the Magnezone's hungry. Let's be honest, if the Magnezone wasn't hungry, I wouldn't even be looking at it, so Mankey is definitely the way to go. Let's go ahead and get that Mankey, hopefully get a better Mankey for Lapis. We have a pretty decent one, but I don't think it has berry finding, so berry finding is definitely what we're looking for there. And we can go ahead and wrap that up. We'll go home. That's part of free to play, unfortunately. Sometimes you just can't feed the Pokemon you really want to feed. In terms of candy for everybody, Magnezone is a solid Pokemon if you want cooking power up. Or I forget exactly what the main skill is called, but the one that increases the amount of items or ingredients you can put in the pot for your next meal. It's a pretty decent one. It's not the best, but it's solid. So maybe we send that out to help people in that regard. Because the rest, outside of Mankey for help with Lapis, that is good for specific Lapis prep, but Magnemite and Magnezone's ability are good everywhere, so we'll send that one out. It's especially helpful if people get the blueberries on green grass. We did get 41 mains today with 2,562 research XP and 5,381 dream shards. Very nice. Very nice indeed. But all right, let's go ahead and check out this Mankey. Hopefully it turns out okay since I gave up a hungry Magnezone. I don't know why I feel bad about it, but I do. Level 12 and relaxed. It was worth it. Hopefully. So far, it looks like it's worth it. Yeah, mushroom or sausage, mushroom, sausage. That's all right. Don't really care too much about the ingredients because its main skill is charge strength, so I won't really be collecting from it anyway. But we do have berry finding at level 10. Skill trigger is irrelevant. Inventory up L, also irrelevant. Skill level up, irrelevant. We need helping speed, ingredient finder S, also irrelevant. Literally the only skill that even matters here, because I'm not going to collect from it. So the only skill that will even kick in will be berry finding. So it'll be good. It'll be really good if we have, adamant. That would be very nice, but it's relaxed. I don't know why I was even questioning it. I've already seen it. Relaxed is okay. It's not the best. I mean, it's going to be pretty good just because it has berry finding, but it's definitely not going to be one to invest in for the long term. A production comparison between this one and our other one would actually be a pretty good idea, because this one is PR of 90, even on its own. I mean, Mankey's not super fast, but I think Primate actually has a pretty decent base frequency. On a team with helping bonus, that would actually be pretty good. So we're going to hold on to this one, because we are going to compare it to the other one and see how they stack up against each other. But for now, we're going to go ahead and move on. That's pretty good. At least we got berry finding. That's a good find. And since all the other sub skills are irrelevant, we don't need to do any investment on it unless we get nature mints down the road. All right, let's see. I don't think we have. Nope, no new news. But we do have community reports. Let's see. 47 of them would be nice. 46. 45. 45 is still very good. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 that doubled up out of 45. Exactly. 33%. Very nice. And we've got 30 mains, all from level 5 friends. Yep. 10 level 5 friends showing up today. Very nice. All right. So we are doing pretty good on the main front. And for now, I still left Toxicroak on the team because we weren't getting as much oil as I wanted. I have stocked up some ingredients, which means we should have no issues. There we go. Finally, a skill trigger from Venusaur. Didn't get one at all yesterday. We got some extra eggs in there too, so that may actually be enough to keep Delibird off the team. If not, he'll only need to be on the team for a little bit. There's a ton of corn. That's exactly what we needed. I'm trying to stock up corn for next week. It's the one thing we're really missing. Milk is good. I would have preferred some cocoa. Yeah, okay. I'm almost back to max ingredients though, but that's gonna change here in just a second. Yeah, trying to stock up corn for next week, trying to get really set up for a lot of things. We've got plenty of sausage and some other ingredients. Corn would just be nice to have an overabundance of it. All right, so let's get the flower gift macarons going. We will maybe still need to put Delibird on the team depending on how this goes. If things go well, then we don't have to worry about it. I think I'm gonna use some of this overabundance of sausage that I have, just to kind of help clear out a little bit of space because we don't need that much sausage. About 100 sausage is a pretty solid number if we get curries, simply because we're going to want the sausage at the end of the week, and then that means that's something I don't have to worry about. Unfortunately, no extra tasty, but it is 45,172 strength, which is good. That should put us over halfway to 13, which is all we're trying to get to just for the potential Raikou tomorrow. The 2-star Raikou, I should say. So that's not bad at all. Let's see where that puts us. Oh yeah, definitely over half. Just barely though. Okay, so that's good because that means that 885. Oh, wait, what? This seems like so much. Okay, so 818 to 885, that's just shy of 70,000. So if we can do another meal just like that one, that's about 45,000. That means that we only need 25,000 roughly from berries, which should be very doable with how well Raichu's been doing. If not, well, actually, I didn't even think about the fact that we also have a lot of berries still in its inventory that I have not collected yet. So that'll be a nice little couple grand boost as well if we're really close. Maybe we do need to get some eggs just to be on the safe side. Let's see. We do need to change the team up a little bit before I get into this because it takes so long to get between the menus. Let's check and see. We only have 28 oil, which is enough, I believe, for 2 popcorns to start the week off if we need to. We definitely need more corn. We have plenty of honey for... Yeah, we have enough honey and milk for lunch and dinner today, if necessary. I'm really hoping it's not necessary. Cocoa, we need Blastoise still on the team, though, for the cocoa. Definitely need more corn. Oil, we're in a good place. Could be better, though. I actually think I'm going to take Venusaur off the team. We have enough honey. There's no guarantee that he's going to bring in a lot more honey. Let's go ahead and drop Venusaur, get Delibird back on the team. Matter of fact, we might. Do I have enough? Oop, wrong button. Missed the button. Yeah, we can use an energy pillow just to make sure we get enough eggs. Maybe get an abundance of eggs. That would be really nice too. Getting to level 25 would not matter all that much, so there's no need to level you up. We do need to level somebody up today though. And it's a question of who. Who do we spend all those candies on? It may just be. Oh, hold on. You need to actually back out all the way to the main screen for the change to take effect. Otherwise, Delibird's not actually going to be on the team until I come back here. All right. So now the Delibird's on the team, I'm going to go ahead and switch back over. We're going to look at this fancy new tool that you guys told me about not all that long ago. We're going to go over here to production comparison. I believe this is available for all users of the site. I do not believe it's a premium feature. I wish that it would show me somewhere if it is. I don't think it is, but don't quote me on that. But we can go ahead and check out the Mankey we just caught compared to the Primeape that we already have. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. So there's the Mankey we just caught. And our previous Primeape, which is already level 30. So you can see there is a vast difference between them right now, but that's what happens with level 12 and 30 and in evolved form. Let's go ahead and make sure that we are not collecting from them. I still think this Primeape might outperform just because of all the helping speed buffs that it has, but we're going to find out. Let's go ahead and evolve you. Well, no, berry finding is very powerful, so maybe not. Let's put them both at level 30 and both as a Primeape. Yeah, even without helping speed, the berry finding outperforms the helping speed S and M Primeape. Out of curiosity, let's get to level 50 where we get the helping bonus on top of that. Probably won't make a difference in the overall determination. Oh, it does. So at level 50, the other Primeape does. Our old Primeape outperforms the new one. Interesting. By about 20, about 17 more berries per day. That's very interesting. Well, now that begs the question, is it even worth investing in this Mankey we just got, or do we try to find another one that also has berry finding? Because in the long run, that is an interesting dilemma. In the long run, the old Primeape is better. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and try to go to level 100. Let's see if it'll let me. Let's see how it looks at max level, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, doesn't tell me the number, but it does tell me the amount of berries they should bring in, and still the old Primeape is bringing in more. It looks like the gap has actually just slightly widened. He's now bringing in 19 more compared to the new Mankey. I'm wondering if the way helping bonus is calculated on the site may be giving this one the edge when in practicality, the new one does in fact have the edge. This is interesting. Well, now my whole idea has gone out the window. I was thinking about using this Mankey as the one we invest all our candies in for the missions this week. But yeah, now I'm very confused. Very confused. You know what? We know this is coming up. Let's see. Do we have anybody with Lepa berries that is worth investing in? I mean, yes, of course you're beautiful, but your skill is going to be probably replaced by Inte. And the other two are not really super good investments right now. What about Orin for Suicune? I mean, we could. Everybody tells me that Psyduck is really good. Maybe Psyduck is the one to invest in. Unfortunately, you are not as good as I would like. You do not have berry finding. Yeah, so, okay. This threw a whole wrench in my entire idea. What level do you evolve? 25. Ooh, we got a long way to go. Skill trigger M, helping speed, skill level up. Hardy nature. The nature is the only thing that's not good about this Psyduck. Everything else is super good. You guys tell me this Psyduck, the Golduck is very good. All right, let's be objective about this. Let's go through and just see who is actually worth investing in. The Raichu is actually pretty good, a solid investment, but we could get a better one. Victory Bell's pretty good, could have a better one though. Slowking, not so much. That's what this other Slowpoke is eventually going to turn into once I actually get around to evolving it. But I don't think it's really worth evolving right now. Part of me wants to, you know what? I have an idea. I think I know what I'm going to do. We only need 100 to get the extra mains. And I think I'm just going to forego the 15 diamonds this week and not try to do 257 candies, I think it was. I think I'm just going to do the 100 to invest in this Psyduck because we probably, if it's as good as you guys say it is, we're going to use it for when Suicune event rolls around. So we'll invest in the future for the Suicune event. We'll get the 100 candies used for the mains, and we will... That'll give us all the mains that we can collect from the missions, I believe. I think that's the last one. Another 600 sneaky snacking. There we go, Raichu. Keep it up. We need it for Master 13. Yep, that is the last of the Raikou missions, all done. Yeah, another 157 candies, and at this point, I would just be using them to use them. I really want to invest in the Raikou that we have, but I want to wait until after tomorrow's research to do so. The last thing I want to do is invest in that Raikou and then turn around, find a shiny that's just as good or better that doesn't need any investment. So I think it would be a bit short-sighted just to use the candies on that Raikou that we're not even using on the team currently just to get 15 diamonds. So we're going to wait. Right now we have 490 mains, which is plenty. I'm just going to go ahead and buy the Raikou incense. Ooh, am I? Well, yeah, because I'm not super worried about catching it if it's not a shiny. It's the only reason I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. So we're going to buy the incense just to have it in our pocket for the future because we can only hold one. So that'll be done. We'll get, so almost certainly we'll get more than 30 mains tomorrow. So if for whatever reason, I do want to buy the Raikou biscuits. Actually, you know what? I want to buy the Raikou biscuits anyway, just so they turn into great biscuits when the event ends. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just buy them. I'm going to buy these two. We'll buy the other one tomorrow. That way they're in our bag and we ain't got to worry about it. The event exchange does last for a couple more days. I forget exactly how long it's going to go on beyond the event, but it'll still be open. I just want to buy them now, just to buy them now for the satisfaction, you know? And with that, the last thing we're going to do today is we're going to make our lunch and we're going to see if we can get to Master 13. Ooh, nope, we don't have the cocoa for lunch. Never mind, I forgot about that. So yeah, that's going to be all that we've got for today. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have a wonderful day. And until next time, later, dudes.